Hi, this video is going to talk about bubble policy in Sias International School where I'm working right now. I will talk about this policy from 4 aspects. I hope you can have a deep understanding of this policy by the end of this video. So, to start with, what is bubble policy? Due to China's zero-COVID policy, bubble policies were initiated by the government for functional departments like specific factories, hospitals, local communities, and others that keep the society works. So how it came in first place in Sias. Our city was under lockdown during October and November last year. Schools are not allowed to open. As the only international school in city, we considered us having big campus with limited amount of students. We believe we could isolate students in bubbles to minimize the effect of COVID infection. We did survey among our parents and showed that over 70% of our parents agreed on school reopening. And in December 5th, our city announced reopening, which is great. So the next day, our school proposed intensive bubble plan to Education Bureau. We designed 11 bubbles to use 8 routes to avoid cross-contamination. This time, we got permit to reopen. We became the first reopened school in the city. So up to now, bubble policy has been practiced in our school for over a month. Even though they need to stay in their bubbles, they could at least interact with their teachers and peers. This policy creates more work for teachers and our operation staffs for sure, but it benefits our students socially and emotionally. So, does it affect our day-to-day functioning? Yes, 100%. For school, our school needs to coordinate all its departments to ensure each bubble is isolated to the great extent. To facilitate that, food needs to be delivered to classes. Different bubbles use different stairways. They need to remember their route. Disinfections are required. Our school created clear standards and what to do when there is a positive case in the bubble. We practice the process and all teachers are trained before reopening. For teachers, they need to teach with their masks on. For homeroom teachers, they have tough life because they need to spend all day long with students. As students having meals in classrooms and to avoid cross-contamination, specialist teachers remain online teaching. So homeroom teachers need to co-teach with specialist classes as well. Wearing masks all day is really difficult for students, especially for the little ones. And the change of the schedule, there's no napping time during bubble plan, and students are tied to their bubbles. This bubble policy changed everything in our school. It truly impacts on teaching and learning in our school. It overwhelmed our homeroom teachers, and teachers need to be well prepared before the day starts. One of the greatest impact is that once there's one positive case within the bubble, teachers get infected quickly. Then other teachers like me need to be very flexible with covering sick teachers. For example, I covered for our Pre-K 4 teacher to deliver class. I covered Pre-K 3 teachers to monitor students for recess. Eventually, when I was sick, my colleague covered my class too. We were helping each other with no complaining. This really gives us the opportunity to build a stronger team together. It affects students in the way that they cannot use public transportation to school. Teachers tried so hard to ensure their kids are emotionally happy and have wonderful learning experience. For example, our student council organized super talent show in community time. Different bubbles get to see each other online, and we had a great interactive time. And for the society, the implementation of the bubble policy in our school provides the experience to Education Bureau, which will benefit other schools in the city. So despite all the pitfalls, the bubble policy did help us to reopen school under calculated risk.